Hey guys, here we go. Another visit to my old Minecraft worlds coming up. Now this is the big Minecraft world. This is the one I spent a long time with. So, on befitting this, I've been to get an elytra to help with the flying around because it's a big old place. It took me over an in-game day. Did I bring the bed? Yeah, no. It took me over an in-game day to get from where I was to my base, and then like another in-game day to get from my base to the coast where this tower is, and then obviously I had to go and at that point it's night. At that point I then had to go and get the elytra, which I'm currently wearing. Now I can use this therefore, if I can remember which way it is, to fly back. I'm going to need to go up a lot because it's a long way up, shall we say. I know it's definitely this way. Right, so here I am flying through the sky, fly and fly and fly and fly. Now, everything in this world is quite far away from the other, truth be told. So that's why I went to get the elytra, to allow me to fly around and save some time. Did your daughter like the Pedri match attack? She did, thank you, Charlie. She is absolutely chuffed to bits with them. She didn't win anything, which is sad, but she's absolutely chuffed to bits with the cards, and they made us smile, which is obviously good and is a good thing. Thank you for asking. You might think, what on earth's that? I'm currently flying over spawn, which I'll come back to because I want to come for mending on my elytra, because I don't want to break my elytra. That would be irritating to the extreme. Anyway, I shall fly across the ocean to my base, and then we shall put mending on my elytra, and then we'll go and have a look around at all the things we can find. Like that island you can see now in the distance. Which I think it all depends on what you want to play. I prefer PTL Ecto 2. I prefer Minecraft. I think others would argue and say that Fortnite is more enjoyable. I think that's entirely up to you and the kind of thing you want to do though. I am not a fan of Fortnite. Mainly because I'm rubbish at it. Never mind. I mean, that's not a reason not to like something, but it's why I'm not a huge fan. Well, I mean, yeah, it's alright, it's free. I'm terrible at it, you know. And I don't want to put the time in to get better at it, because I'd rather play Minecraft and or some other things. Right, we're now getting across the sea. You can see how far it is, even with the elytra flight. It's a good, 2 minutes to get there, and it takes a small age to get there in a boat. We are pretty much there now. You can see it in the distance. My base. There's the main body of it there, and there's the science block I built in my last school. Right, there's my base. There we go. I'm just going to do a flyby of it, and then we're going to turn around and we're going to land. Now that's my cow shed we're flying over. And here we are. Look at that. That was a beautiful flight. Now, I need to... What do I need to do? Let's go and put some of this stuff away because I'm currently full of things. stuff I need. So I've been to the end. Got some stuff. Yeah, been to the end. Got some stuff because I thought I need an elytra, so I had to go and get some stuff. And I did a bit of preparation before that. I thought I'll go and get the elytra, mainly so you lot don't see me fall in the void. Should I do that? Because I thought, well, that would be fun for you to watch. It would be a little bit less fun for me generally. I didn't get any shulker shells, which is I won't be able to buy I won't be able to make a shulker box. I might have to go back to the end in a minute. I've been doing this for ages, and I've absolutely tons of everything, frankly. Right, some of that. Absolutely tons of everything. So I can find out what it is I did with everything, because it all goes somewhere. I don't know where my gunpowder chest is. I'm just going to put it in here for now. That'll do. 3 anvils, like what was I thinking? I don't know. Anyway, I'll take these to the shop. You might think that's a lot of money. I've got more. It's quite crazy the amount of money I have kicking around here.
Hey guys.
I'm with my daughter.
Who likes my nails?
Holly's done her nails. There we go. Hello, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
We've got Jack, Charlie, and PDL Ecto 2.
There's only one viewer.
I know. I have 3 people chatting to me. Let's see who's here.
Right, so if I win those cards, I'll give it to you.
Go on, girl.
Promise.
Go on, girl. Go and do whatever it is you're doing. She come down to talk on stream, because even though she knows she's not allowed on my stream, she really just has to join in.
I'm going on stream on Twitter, guys, so add me. I'll give you my
Oh my god,
user.
do not add my daughter on Twitter. She is 10. It'll be weird. Do not add my... I'm gonna have to have serious words with her and tell her stop, like, hijacking my stream. You know.
Yeah, I'm better.
Shush you. Shush you. Stop hijacking my stream, Holly, or I'll have to, like, ban you from this room.
I have 1,000 followers.
You may think it's a bit harsh banning Holly from this room. Please note, this is the room with all computers and stuff in it.
I have like 1,000.
Right, off you go now. Go on. Honestly,
I have 1,000 followers.
shush Holly. She just doesn't listen. I don't know where she gets it from.
I'm making a Twitter account.
And she's still on Twitter. It's not called Twitter anymore, but don't tell her. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to boot her out of the room if she talks one more time. Like, there's a girl in my tube group I say is exactly like my daughter, and if she ever watches this, she'll see what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, see, I have some emerald blocks there. Now I've got a book of mending to put on my elytra, which will help me out greatly. There's a hole in the ceiling. Wow, I did not realise that. I have a book of mending to put on my elytra, which will help me out. And then I can go and look around and do stuff. So let's find the anvil dong, and then I shall take. Oof, my elytra needs this. I should have got an unbreaking book as well. I know that. I didn't. Sticker. 10 bottles O enchanting should do it. Hopefully. No, that won't do it. We'll put 5 more. That should have... No? Blimey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keep doing the bottles O enchanting until my elytra gets fixed. I should have got them breaking as well. That would have made a whole load more sense. But I didn't. Anyway, I've mended my elytra slightly, so I can now... Anything else I can get rid of? No, it's pretty good. Now, as we have seen earlier, here is generally the gist of my base. I've got The trees here. There's a frog there. We have 2 alley houses. I've got random copper things because I made the Tetris shapes with copper. I don't know why. It just seemed like a good idea at the time. And that's about it, really. There's a wall up there where I tried to make a spawner. The thing is, with the elytra, I can just fly places. There's a wall up here where I tried to make a, I think, there's a wall up here where I tried to make a creeper spawner, and it just didn't work. So, yeah, I don't know what's in there. I don't know. Anyway, and let's go and look at the biggie. This is the Chase School Science Department building. It was finished, unlike the videos. Can you teach us some science? I mean, I could, but I'm trying to do Minecraft.
I know lots about science, actually.
Now she's going to get banned from the room because she spoke. Lovely. Now, this is the building I used to work in. This is what it looked like. You had a big well, a big thing up there with barriers, so you didn't fall down, obviously. And then we had rooms. Now, I decided to put villagers in these rooms. Librarians. Now, it seemed the sensible thing, since they're science teachers, it seemed a sensible thing to have librarians. Now, these were the doors in and out, and they were automatic, so you just like walk on and they'd open for you. And we'd have various classrooms with various teachers in them. As I said, I did probably state that all of these teachers declined to be, I was going to name them with name tags, but all of these Holly, you cannot stream while I'm streaming. Turn it off now. All of these teachers actually declined to be named. They all said, we don't want to be named on your video. Can you not include us on this video? I obviously honoured their wishes, but this is actually what my science block looked like in my last school. It is pretty big. It had 16 labs, which is pretty cool, and all this over here. Anyway, up here was where I was. This was the chemistry floor. This is the toilet, or was the toilet. Still is, I imagine. This was the chemistry prep room, and in here, one of these two, I didn't name myself. One of these two would be me. Whoever sleeps in this bed, that would be me, because this was my room. The view isn't quite as good as the one I actually had. Yes, so there we go. This is the Chase School Science block. This was the head of science's office. So I had a nice big office. His room was by there. This one doesn't work very well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the dimensions are a bit weird. Anyway, there we go. This was the physics floor. And down the bottom was biology. And there we are. This was made completely of concrete. The Chase School Science Department. Wow. Really fun. Now, I'm going to fly away. I'm going to fly back over here and get a book of Unbreaking. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm being grumpy with Holly.
Yeah, my internet's not working.
Okay, good, because you can't stream while I'm streaming. Because she's trying to chat away, and obviously I'm trying to chat away. And it's like, oh mate, stop it.
I've already got like 50 viewers.
Of course, yeah, I'm going to report you because you're 10. I know, watch me go. She doesn't have 50 viewers. Right, I need Unbreaking. Where is Unbreaking? It's probably this guy. This guy's got Riptide. That's not a very good one. He's got Unbreaking. What have I only got Unbreaking 2? No, this guy's got Unbreaking 3. How much is Unbreaking 3? It's that much. There we go. So now I'm going to go and put Unbreaking 3 on my...
Dad, I'm actually like...
Shh! Holly! I've got Unbreaking 3 book to put on my elytra, which will help with the breaking of my elytra. It's also going to be night, so I'm going to need to sleep. Anyway, this is my main area. There's a nether portal there, which is unprotected. I don't know how I managed to go for so long with that nether portal being like that and obviously not getting blown up the second I go into the nether, because generally when I do that, I end up getting blown up the second I go into the nether. Okay, so down here is a small underground area with a farm. So we've got some farm stuff and a llama. And then if we go down, there's a miscellaneous chest, some sugar cane, and a mine. How many days is the world? That's a good question. Should we have a look? The world is 1780 days. Blimey, that's a lot of days. I spent a lot of time on this world. Nice. Now, down here is basically a mine where I mined, and a llama. So here's the mine where I mined. Yeah, I did quite a lot of mining. This world was actually it was when it changed and when the depth increased, I was playing in this world. So I can go down. I didn't go down all the way. Why did I put a dirt block there? Oh, it's because there's a mine shaft down there. Anyway, I don't want to go down there. Let's just cover that back up. So yeah, this is not very exciting down here. It's just a hole in the ground where I mined and got diamonds and stuff, but important nonetheless. And I can go back up. Their world has 350. Blimey, that is a lot of hours. That makes me feel like I really should have got out more, Jack, to be honest. That's like many. That's a lot of days of playtime. Like actual days. Right, anyway. While we're at this, let's now go and look at some of my other things. Now, I don't actually know, if I'm honest, what I've done, because this is a voyage of discovery for me as well, because I'm sure I've done lots of things, but I don't know what, because it's been a while since I played it, to be honest. I have hazy memories of doing things in this world. Like, for example, I'm fairly certain somewhere in this area was where I fought the Wither. And I just remember like whizzing around in a boat trying to hit the Wither and failing miserably. So this could be where that was. It was somewhere around here. I remember that. It was certainly very difficult, the Wither, I remember. More difficult than the Ender Dragon was. Here's a small structure. I don't quite know the purpose of. Can I get there? Yes, I can. Cats. I'm imagining I tried to make a creeper farm, but it didn't work. I'm imagining that's what this is. Yeah, it's fish for breeding. This has got to be my creeper farm. Oh no, I tried to fly with a stake and didn't manage it. Right. Let's go off and see what else we can find. Essentially, lots of sort of stuff has happened all around here. Because as you can see, I've spent a considerable amount of days on this world. And my son did as well. This was where he went after he branched out from spawn, because when he realised I had abandoned the spawn and gone somewhere he couldn't find me, he decided to just go and make an island of his own and came here. I of course made this handy dandy little dock area, so when I was to come here I could just land my boat and be done with it. It's got some beds in it for sleeping. Now, this island was good because it had a village. I think this is why my son wanted it. Now, what's up here, you might ask? There's an achievement where you have to fall like the entire length of the world or something. And this is where I did it. So I jumped off there, and down here there was, at any rate, a hole that went all the way down to bedrock. There was a hole that went all the way down to bedrock. I may have filled it in now, but it was there. I tried to make steps, because I tried to help my son with making this place look more like a town and less like a random selection of houses bolted onto the side of a cliff, which it does, but I failed miserably, and here we are. So yeah, see, there's a whole load of villages, here, and Thomas thought this would be a good place to make a house. So this is Thomas's house, right here, and it's a reasonably okay house. It has everything you need. It's got his dogs in it. He gave it with the windows. It's got some storage. He didn't understand the idea that you can only have one nether portal in a certain area. Built another nether portal and completely sort of did that. Let's replant this because yeah, just so it grows. Did that. He's built some various things here for who knows. I may have built these, look like villager houses. I may have built these in an attempt to just like random stuff. And there we are. This is Thomas's island. What do you play on? I have a PC, Jack. I have a PC I bought from Argos. There it is. It's a fairly base model. I think it was 600 quid. It's not going to set the world on fire, but it does Minecraft for me, so I can't complain. What about you, Jack? What do you game on? While Jack replies, I'll carry on talking. And let's go back to spawn, because PS5 with keyboard and mouse. Good choice, good choice. I really should get a controller. I don't really play anything that needs a controller, but I really should get a controller should I do things like, you know, that need a controller. I am a bit of a keyboard and mouse person. I think if I was to get a PS5, a keyboard and mouse would definitely be high on the list of things to buy. Just to play stuff like this. It's much easier with a keyboard and mouse. Right, here we are. This is where we spawned. And I've obviously, I mean, I don't want to say I built most of this. Thomas built some of it. Ow. Now, this is something Thomas built. Who knows why. I started to make Thomas a villager shop because he couldn't be bothered to make it himself. So I started to build him the basic frame of a villager shop. I'm sure I had a villager just then, but I can't see one. Anyway, so there's a basic frame of a villager shop. All he would need to do is kidnap some villagers and put them in there. This is Holly's house. Obviously, I mean, I don't want to be sexist, but it's pink, so we can tell. She wanted a pink house, by the way. I didn't force it on her. It's a lovely house. It's got some underground storage. It's got some area. It's got a cake. It's got some armor stands with armor, some flowers, a nice big bed. What a nice little house. It's got some picture frames with some various things in them. Wow, look at that. And importantly, it's got a back door which leads out into a flower garden. Hooray, what a lovely house. She completely ignored it and just probably tried to burn it down or something. That's my daughter for you. I also built my son a house. This is the blue one. He then decided to fill it up with he tried to decorate it himself. I think this was a different size. He has a slightly different layout. He doesn't have a cellar, which is annoying for him probably, but there we are. He did, however, fill his garden up with crops. Now we have, what else do we have? We have, this is my initial base building with my giant tower. So it's just the usual bed, and it's got some storage. I've got a frog light in there. I went through a phase of frog lights. They came out when this was on. And I've just did some basic stuff over here. I expanded it to include a vine and a giant furnace room, which I haven't really used. I've then got this, which is like various. It's like a guest wing with bedrooms. I didn't really finish it. I was just trying to tack stuff on really, and it didn't go well. And then we just have a tower, which is just a tower. we had a fun little moment. I say we. My daughter had a fun moment because she, unbeknownst to me, when I wasn't, when I was away from the keyboard, she snuck in and turned friendly fire off, and then hit me off there, which led to some hilarity as I died. Yes, that was very, very fun for her. You need to get. Oh, I'm never going to get every achievement, Jack. How many achievements do I have left to get? Are they down here? One of these, I think, aren't they? No, I don't want technical support. One of these shows you the achievement. Hang on. It's not in settings, is it? I should know this. Oh no, that took a picture. I don't want a picture. Yeah, she kicked me off. It was like that film 300. Anyway, good fun, and yeah, good fun. Good fun was had by all. Right. Oh my God, there's new achievements. So I am missing. It was like 112 last time I looked. Blimey. Let's have a look. 23 achievements. I need to stay hydrated. Heart transplant. Overkill. Rockets. Be near a crafter when it crafts a crafter. So see, some of these are like new. These are the ones I was struggling on, like visiting all ocean biomes. I sailed around for ages. Supersonic, using light to fly, one by one gap, one moving fast. That is like a way. That sounds like a good way to die. That does. Levitate 50 blocks from the attacks of a shulker. Respawn the Ender Dragon. See, some of these look doable. Some of these not so much. I'm sure I've done that. Anyway, I should do more of these, maybe later. Right, so back to the tour. So here is more of this. I'm going to fly over this bit. More of this island. We have just a little farm which I built for my son. This is another area Thomas excavated in the aim of having a base. He had a fish tank in here, which was pretty cool. He attempted to have a fish tank in here. He's got, like, I don't know what's going on with the door. He tried to make another nether portal, again not realising that if he did that it would simply send him back to the original one. There's a big wheat field. I think that's it for this island, you know. I don't think there's much. I don't know where everything is though, truth be told, because I've, as you can tell, I've spent a lot now. I spent a lot of time on this world just randomly building things, and I'm fairly certain I've built stuff like all over the place. Like, I specifically remember sailing over the sea this way, for example, but what's down here I don't know, I don't remember. Let's fly over there and have a look. Definitely nothing interesting down here, is there? I am going to need to land and go to sleep. There's a village. I am going to land and go to sleep. Yes. So, the only two other things I can remember were up here. One of which I started in, so it's easy to remember, because that's where I was when I started. I'm going to fly up. It was up here. And again, Thomas after his initial experiments with the nether portals failed, he went further away, as per me telling him for the 6th time I think it was, and managed to make a base accessible by a separate nether portal. I then of course tunnelled in to annoy him, and it's up here. Let's go and see if we can find it. This is all very exciting. I should probably stream this to YouTube as well. I don't know why I only stream it to Twitch. I should probably stream it to YouTube as well and just save myself the whole rigmarole of only using Twitch. Right, how far up am I? Now, I seem to recall there was snow because... Is it over here? Or was it on that side? Basically, it might be there. Let's go across and see what happens. Thomas found a snowy area. After you climbed up the snowy area, there was a nice big cavern. I don't think that's it. I think it's over here. There was a nice big cavern. Yeah, there it is. You'll see it now. Yeah, so there's no snowy mountain there. But just over the other side of that, there's a big cavern. And Thomas built his base down there. Now, I then, in order to access it, I built a cave entrance, like round here somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember where it is. I mean, I do. It's by there. So this is the cave entrance. I basically tunneled through and bridged over a giant crevasse, which was fun, and hung up some lanterns, and here we are. This is Thomas's attempt at a base number like 8 or something. Yeah, you can see what I mean. It's a massive cavern, a massive hole in the ground, and this is where Thomas set up his base. And as you can see, it's a rather big cave. It's a rather big cave that I managed not to fall into. And there's the nether portal, and there's a fire in there and everything. It was actually quite a well-designed base by Thomas. As bases go, he did quite well. Now, what I should probably do is walk back out. What I'm going to try and do is fly out. And this could potentially go horribly wrong, but thankfully you can fly straight up. Now, my final place to visit would be the ancient city excavation. Now, obviously, having spent many days on here, I needed something new to do, and the idea of excavating an ancient city sounded really cool. So I started it, and it took ages. I generated so much waste, and there it is. You can see it because obviously I had to carve out. I don't particularly want to fly down there, to be honest. I had to carve out so much of the rock because obviously it's quite deep down in the deep dark. The deep dark kind of gives you a clue of how far down it is. And I did now. When I've redone this, I've only gone one way, but this time I went down and up. So yeah, it's like double the amount of time it took. So, and here it is. Now I could fly down. I'm not going to, because I'm very likely to hit something and die. But yes, this is my excavation of the deep dark. Now normally I would just go down one way. I wouldn't step up the other way. I would just start cutting my way down through the rock. But I decided this was the way to go. Now, in future incantations as well, I have of course covered these caves up with glass to stop stuff getting in. I don't know. I might have, but I don't know where it's gone. That was like a test shaft I dug down to see where I was, and I've put glass over it to stop me falling down in there. And now here it is. Here's my excavation of the deep dark. I haven't got very far because it takes ages to tunnel down all this way. And there we are. That is my world. And I started off, and I shall finish there in my little deep dark house, which is in there. Now this actually goes down into the deep dark. This is how I got it initially. This actually goes down into the city, not above it. Nice. And this is where this video started earlier on today when I decided to go off and get an elytra, and this is where I'll end it right now, back in where I was. I need to have another look around to see if I can find anything else. But yeah, cool. I hope we've enjoyed, and I shall upload this to YouTube and people can see it or not, and we'll see what happens. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all soon.